Hello friends, this is Sandy. And this video is going to walk us through my Painterly Pears 10-page project. The first thing you're going to do, you've got some gems and bling you're going to set aside and two tiny little white pieces that I've die cut for you that you're going to set aside. Your instruction sheet, the supplies you need, you're going to need the Perfectly Pear stamp set. I used the dies. So great thing about this, one of the things you're going to need to do, you've got this sheet of paper in this kit, and all these things are going to need to get cut out. The pears all have a die that fits them. The pair of pears has a die that fits them. The stem has a die. And the pink flowers, there's three in a cluster. The pink flowers have a die. So most everything on this page can get cut out with your dies if you've got the dies, or if you're coming over to use my tools, you're welcome to use the dies. Or you can just scissor cut them. That's fine too. But the yellow ones you're going to fussy cut, not all of them. So presto, changeo, alakazam. I've cut out all of those, and then I just have a little baggie of yellow ones that I'll cut as I need them. All right. Set those aside. And I'm not going to do a full assembly. Everything's in your kit that you'll need. Oh, you've got this one little flower that we're going to set aside. If you've got the stamps out and ready, you're going to just stamp that in Secret C with the little flowers. Okay, so these two pages here, what you're going to do is take your two glitter pieces. You've got two of these. You're going to cut them down to 10.5 inches, or just rip the whole thing. And when you go to lay this down, you're just going to tape it and then trim off the end. Either way, whichever way works best for you. So you just pinch and pull. That's how you get that ripped edge on there. You're going to do that to both of these glitter pieces. Just finish this one up. All right, and then let's talk about laying out these pieces. So we've got a bigger piece of pear and a smaller piece of pear. They're going 2.5 inches in from the outer edges. Then we've got a strip of pink that I put white gel pen dots down the edge of. Then we've got this thinner piece of paper, the black stripe that the backside has some pears on it. That'll go next. Then we'll put that glitter piece. But before you put that glitter piece on either side, you are going to use a blending brush and, oh goodness, that peachy color, pink, something pink, and just brush that down the sides, either side of this one. And this one, you're going to come over a little bit and all the way down and around and down the edge. Then I also took this stamp set and stamped a couple of flowers here, here, through here, down here. Use this really fun splash stamp to do all these fun little splashy marks. That was all done in the Calypso Coral. Then this little three kind of splotchy stamp is the yellow on the inside of each of the flowers. So 1, 2, 3 of these little blotchy things, 1, 2, 3 flowers in each one of the clusters. That's how you're going to get that yellowy blob in there. Then assembly wise, we're going to put, this is the 8.5 by 7.5 piece with whatever pictures you're going to end up putting there. Hexagon goes there. Journaling lines went on the hexagon using a ruler and a journaling pen. And we've got this fun little hashtag that's going to go here. Oh, so you've got these, obviously this one's that hashtag piece, but then we've got this glittery guy that we're going to cut down into pieces. So you're going to use some of it here, some of it here. So if you take these two leaves in the top, That's one. And we've got these leaves here. And then that gives us these 1, 2, 3 down here that will go over here. So this one branch became these 3 different pieces of glittery leaf. You've got your 2 flowers, add whatever pairs. Then bling wise, I put friend up here if you want to add a little sentiment. And we're using the green gems on here. So big, small, medium, or maybe small and small. And then down here, 2 bigs and a small, same kind of clustering. Easy enough, right? A little bit of work getting your blending in there, but this one's not hard. Here's our next set of pieces. You're going to, if you want to do the full embellishment, you're going to take these 3 pink circles, run them through an embossing folder. And I used the Damask one and then just rubbed ink over top of it to give it that depth. All right, so basic layout setting for this piece is you've got your 8.5 by 11s. That's the Misty Moonlight. Goodness, I got to get better at these colors. But the Misty color goes there. Then we've got a 2.5-inch strip of pear with that 1/2-inch strip that goes on the outside of that. From there, we're going to put a 2-inch by 10-inch piece of yellow on this pattern paper there. 4 by 10 goes over here. And then you can lay out all of your pieces. So I used the white paint to do the centers of the flowers and the splashes on this one, but the blue was done in that in the Night of Navy. And then we've got the layers of circles with the flower kind of tucked behind there to help with that dimension. Same thing here, the flowers tucked behind the pear. I put congratulations in that little piece that you have on the top there. Here's where that flower is going to go. We stamped that in the Night of Navy and then white for the center flowers. And then white dashes here, 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 if you want. And then I did a black gel pen double or journaling pen around the outside to finish that one off. Oh, and on this one, I did leave that branch in one full piece, but you could cut it up and mix it around too. Okay, here's the pieces for the next set of pages. What we're doing here is our 2.5 by 11 pieces are going a 1/2 inch up and a 1/2 inch in from either side. And you can put them in whatever order you want. If you would like these top green pieces, I sanded. I used a piece of sandpaper and just rubbed it over the top. It gives you that white edge on the piece and also lightens up the cardstock and gives it some texture. Up to you if you want to do that. I stamped the flowers and the splashes in the green apple, and then the centers I did in early espresso. So we've got our pieces. Hold on a second. Blip. That's how this layout goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are 2.5-inch pieces. Try to leave the same amount of spacing in between. The scalloped edge is going to go on that black piece there. We've got our big hexagon that I added the journaling lines to. Again, with the clusters, we've got that flower tucked behind the circle, also behind the pear. Up here, we've got this circle tucked. Here, we've got some of those yellow flowers if you decide you want to cut some of those out. Our little hashtag down there. And here we've cut that into just 2 different pieces on there. And the glitter offset over here is this one. Right? So once you get 1, 2, 3, 4, then it's adding your photo wells. I did black journaling around all the edges for this whole thing and did dash marks along the bottom of that green piece. Cute, right? Let's check out the next one. All right, with this one, if you want to run your hexagons through an embosser and add some dimension to that, you can. These around. All right, so we've got our green pieces, the 3x6s that are going to go down first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then our very vanilla 6x6s go here and here with the pears over here. And then add your photo mats wherever you want those. And we've got our 3 clusters. We added some, oh, I did some sanding. Let me bring that up close so you can see. I did sand this paper and just lighten it up a little bit if you want. And then did the flowers with their centers, and the centers are the same color as the splash marks. And then our clusters of good are here. So we've got a part of the branch all layered up. This one got embossed again. And here we've got a couple of different colors going on this page. One of the stems just tucked up there by itself. And over here, we've got that fun hashtag type guy, textured again, layered with some flowers, and then did black journaling around the edge of just those the base pages that show. Here's all the goodies for this final page. We've got all our hexagons, hearts, and circles cut out for us. And then, so we're taking those 2 6x12 pieces, and they're going a 1/2 inch up from the bottom, and they touch both sides. Then this piece up here, these are the 1/2 inch strips. They're coming a 1/2 inch down with a white dash mark and white gel pen across the top above that. I did dash marks around the 4x6 photo wells. Add your photo wells as desired. I did run the the hexagons again, went through an embossing folder, and I'll bring these up close so you can see all the different layering. Here's where we're going to use that tiny little die cut for a hello. Some more yellow flowers kind of tucked around. And I used that splash mark to add some more color and splash to that white paper. So again, we've got a little flower, some gems, our fun texture. And then down here, those 2 little leaves. Great, right? So much fun. And not a lot of work other than embossing and sanding, right? That's how we get that white core to show, is the sanding of the white cardstock. Thanks for watching, friends. I hope you had fun and enjoyed the Perfectly Pears stamp set and the Painterly Pears papers pair perfectly together. Try to say that again. Mwah. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.